Alright everybody, so it's going to be the brake video to the Toyota Camry that I did the tune-up on. And I've already done the passenger side and on front and rear, and then did the driver side rear. I was going to show the rears, but they are pretty much identical down to the same sizes and everything as the fronts are. They're not screw-in, they're press-in pistons and all that stuff, but I will show part numbers for you. So we're going to get going on this. I'm going to jack it up, get the tire off, and then I'll bring y'all back and I'll show you all the part numbers to everything that we have. And I will put up some links to brake kits and stuff like that in the description as well. So let me get this jacked up and tired off of it with a jack stand under it, because you want to be safe at all times. And we'll come back and show you how to do this. Okay, so have a jack stand underneath it with the jack still underneath it as well, just for added support. And what we're going to do is you're going to have two 14 millimeters for the caliper right here, down there. Take that off, we're going to hang it up. Then there should be two 17s that hold the bracket on, and the rotor should slip off. On the other side, I did have to hit it with a hammer a few times to get it to come off, because it was seized around here pretty good. But the hub wasn't really rusted, it was just on there really tight. But I'm going to take these two off. Sometimes you may have to hold this little nut right there. That is a 17. You do need a slimline wrench to fit down in there. This one will just barely grab it, but I didn't have to do it while I was taking it off on the other side, only when I was putting it back on. But let me sit y'all up so y'all can kind of see this, and we'll get going on it. Alright, first things first, break these 14s. I'm going to pull the caliper in some just to get it to where it'll slide off. I don't know where my caliper hook went. We'll just set it up there for right now. And I'm going to go ahead and pull these little springs out just to make it a little easier on me. These 17s can be a little tight. If you can get an impact in there, do that. That'll make your life easier. Like I said, I'm not going to show you the rear brakes because they are pretty much identical to the fronts as far as sizes and everything, because the bracket bolts are 17 on the rear and the caliper bolts are a 14. The only difference is these little nuts right here that hold the sliders. They are a 14 on the back as well. Now this rotor just kind of come off on its own. Off. This looks like it's got a little bit of rust, dust, I guess you could say. And if you don't feel bad, I'm not really going to clean that up too much. But I did go with import direct pads, and that is them right there. I think that's the part number on there also. I can find it for you. So we went with import direct pads. There's the part number 1031293. And on the fronts we went with import direct rotors also. That's them right there. That's your part number 98-0470R. And these are coated also, so you do not have to clean them with brake cleaner if you don't want to, but the rear ones we did. I will show you the part numbers and everything on the rears whenever I finish the fronts. And the fronts have this break-in compound also. So we use a lug nut to hold the rotor on. And here's the caliper. You can see I did clean it up, and it does slide. The sliders do. Putting my hardware on now. That is what the hardware looks like. And in case you're wondering, that piece right there goes out towards the outside of them. And put a little bit of brake lube on the contact areas of the pads, just like where they slide, just to make it where they last longer and they don't build up stuff. Like I said, I don't put a whole lot. Let's do about that much right there. Have them all in on the bracket. Put some thread locker on the actual caliper bracket bolts. Also, we did clean off the old stuff, which really wasn't that much on the old brake thread locker. I can't talk today. Come on, where are you? There you go. And I am using blue thread locker because this is medium strength. You don't want the red stuff, because you will have to take these back off eventually. Bottom didn't really spin, so move it just to make sure that they slide real easy. And there we go. Right. As you can see, we got everything on there. We'll spray it off real quick with a little bit of brake cleaner, just because I feel like I got a couple little handprints on it. Alright, and that is it. I'm going to put the tire back on. We're going to take it for a test drive and seat them in, make sure everything's good, make sure there's no noises or any of that type of stuff. But that's pretty much putting brakes on one of these cars. Like I said, same size front and rear for the calipers and the brackets. And we did the same thing on the rear as well. Hold on one second. Let me get you those part numbers for the rear. Get you the right way. So part number is BBR980972. RGS is the rotors, and then the pads are right here, which they came with a bunch of different hardware on this thing. If I can find the number somewhere. Oh, there it is. It is 1031212. But like I said, that's pretty much putting brakes on one of these. Pretty straightforward brake job. But if you enjoyed the content, please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and until next time, y'all have a great day.